Hello everyone and welcome to the 60X Business Show. My name is Kitumaini and together with my guest we'll have different conversations about business, entrepreneurship and life. This is the show you've been waiting for. Stay tuned. In today's conversation, my guest, she's an amazing entrepreneur. She's the CEO and founder of Ewa Boxes, which is the company that provides self-care and skincare customized products, all made from different African countries. And they also provide some personalized packaging boxes. And in the studio, she's Nadan Keren Uhidhiwe. Keren, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for welcoming me.
How are you today?
I'm great.
It's really my pleasure to have you.
It's my pleasure too.
Relax, it's gonna be fun and it's gonna be fine. On the 60X, you'll be spinning the wheel and randomly we'll select a number and from there I'll ask you a question. Are you ready?
I guess so.
All right, over to you. What's your lucky number?
7.
7?
Yes.
Let's see if during the course of the show you will get your lucky number. Very close.
Very close.
Wonderful. Karen, can you tell me the story behind Ewa Boxes? Why did you decide to start that business?
So for Ewa Boxes, it was actually a very random story because it was during the last COVID when the pandemic was hitting. And actually I sat home and most of the things I used to use were coming from abroad, right? So, but during the pandemic, the prices were high and I couldn't find some of the skincare products that I usually use in my skincare routine. And I asked myself, I was like, but where in Africa do we produce these products that I usually use, but on the continent, why am I giving my money to some abroad people and when I can get them here? So I started doing some research and I actually found out that there was a need that I could find those European Western brands in Rwanda, but not African brands that do the same products, because I guess they're there. So that's how I started my research and I was like, this is a very good idea for a business and will help myself, but also help other people. So that's literally how it started.
Wonderful. And I remember before the show we've been discussing about the meaning behind your company name.
Yes.
Can you tell us the journey and the decision that pushed you to come up with that name?
Yeah, so I was literally looking just for a name that means beauty, but most of the beauty names, Giza sounded a little bit like common. So I wanted something different that can actually represent what our brand is going to be about. So that's how I actually started redoing research and trying all these names around in Google, and then I saw Ewa. It's a Yoruba name that means beauty. And I was like, this is actually literally what my brand is. Short, efficient, and with a lot of meaning. So literally that's it.
Wonderful. And it's Nigerian.
Yeah, it's a Yoruba. Yoruba is a Nigerian language and a tribe in Nigeria.
And it means?
It means beauty.
Ewa means beauty.
Ewa means beauty.
Wonderful. My follow-up question, can you tell me, growing up as a little kid, what were your dreams and passions? Did you envision one day you will become an entrepreneur?
Oh, ever since I'm a kid, I'm a very independent kid. I was actually growing up, I was a tomboy. No one would know now, but I used to be a tomboy. But I used to be that kind of person who was like, I don't want to depend on anyone when I grow up. And that's a culture that actually my family and my parents really gave to us. Don't depend on people, do your journey, study hard, and be successful. So growing up, I never actually wanted to ask for a job, but I've always been passionate about nature, conservation, and all these things that ties around how can we bring value to nature in our everyday life. So I never thought I would be an entrepreneur, but I always thought that I was going to do something of myself. I didn't know how it looked like, but I knew I was going to do something of myself.
Interesting. And I'd like to understand, nowadays, either you are a boy or a girl, a man or a woman. Skincare, healthcare, skincare and self-care are very, very parts of our day-to-day life. Can you elaborate more why is that important?
I feel like since maybe like the last decade, people have actually started understanding self-care. Not necessarily skincare or in that sense, but self-care. How do I take care of myself? How do I become more conscious on my daily life? How does me being conscious of the things that I put on my body, in my body, affect the way I live? So when that movement started coming in, a lot of people were like, oh, this is a Western mindset. But also in Africa, we have started seeing the essential of how do I take care of myself? So when someone starts taking care of themselves, like we have seen numbers going high of people going to gyms, of people eating healthier. So all this comes into, again, skincare. So how do I take care of my skin? How do I look better for myself? You know, it's no longer about how do other people see me. It's actually how do I see me? How do I feel inside myself, you know? So that's what we are prioritizing, actually feeling good within yourself before you make other people feel good.
Wonderful, that's amazing. Let's spin the wheel for the other round of questions. You got 8. What's going to be your next lucky number?
I hope it's 7.
Let's see.
Ooh.
You spin again. This is fun. Which number do you?
Okay.
You spin again. Hope you not get 8 again.
If I get an 8.
No way. That's
Perfect.
Wonderful. Okay, we got to number 2. For self-care and skincare products, most of the time consumers try to build connection and relationship to certain brand or a specific supplier. Can you elaborate to us, how do you keep relationship with your supplier to ensure that loyal to you, they always come back?
So basically, actually, that was one of the challenges when we started. Because when we started, my dream was actually to collaborate with most of the African brands, including Rwandan brands. So one of the problems that when I reached out to Rwandan brands was that because if a client is buying from you and they know they come to your store and buy, it's really hard for them to come to me and be like, okay, I'm going to get it from our boxes, right? It was mainly to bring an addition to these boxes. So it's not only that you're buying a product. So what we do, we create a skincare routine for every individual. So most of the time when you're buying skincare products, we buy them because, oh, this person referred me to this, or this person referred me to this. But we never really like, is this working for my skin? Is actually, does this product work for my skin? Is it my type of skin? Is it good for my skin? What are the benefits, you know? So the addition we brought to our boxes was that we were actually, before we give you products, we were analyzing your skin. So we work with dermatologists, and there is a survey, a skincare quiz that someone has to fill in. And then after filling that survey, we bring you like a brochure that says, this is your type of skin, this is the analysis we got from your skin, and these are the recommendation product that would work for your type of skin. So from there, we recommend you product that can only work for your skin. So that's the addition. So people now no longer just use products to see that I'm testing them to see if they are going to work for my skin. Now we are bringing in this thing that is personalized, that is like, okay, these products are for me. They are for my type of skin. They are for my type of needs for my skin. And you know that these products are going to work, you know. So the box includes products that you know are just made for your skin. So you know they're going to work. So that's the addition. So that wasn't hard. When someone would try it first and see the product that we're in, they're like, oh, actually, I never used this and it worked for me. So the result made people come back more and more.
Okay, wonderful. I like the personalized side of it. And I'd like to understand, where do you source your product? Where do you get your raw materials? And for anyone watching now who like to have access to your product, where should they go? Where should they find you?
So basically right now we are still an online store. We are trying to develop this year. Actually, we have a purpose of expanding to actually becoming a front store, working without the brand, because our value that we're bringing on the market is not being the sole seller of skincare products. We were trying to collaborate with African brands to actually bring that additional value to the skincare industry in Rwanda. So basically, most of our products are sourced from South Africa, because we believe that South Africa has been able to include science and technology in their skincare, so which is very beneficial for people who use their products. Also Zanzibar, known one of the hub of spices and skincare that are natural. So them also we work with 3 brands from Zanzibar. And right now we're working with a brand from Rwanda, and also we are working with brands from Kenya and some from Nigeria. So it's pretty much we collaborate with different brands that already exist, and some of them people already know them, but we are bringing them to your doorstep. So that's the beauty of it. You don't have to wait for the shipping. We do that. We do that, and that's the beauty of it.
Wonderful. And I'd like to understand more about the personalized packaging boxes. How did the idea came in the first place, and what value does it add to the business?
So basically how the idea came was that when we started creating products, we were like, okay, we had 4 products for 4 types of skin. So, but at the end of the day, someone would come and be like, yes, I am an oily skin, but I also have acne. I also have a sensitive skin, you know. So these are things that we didn't naturally think about when we started the business. But then we were like, why don't we actually personalize these products and these boxes? So when someone comes, they have like a place where they, like a customer journey. Our customer journey is like, you fill in the skincare quiz, we send it to the dermatologist. After sending it to the dermatologist, they give us the details. Then we give the details back to you. Then you're the one who's like, okay, in all these products, maybe this is what I can afford, or I want the whole box. Then we personalize it, then we deliver it to you.
Interesting. Let's spin the wheel for another round of questions. You got 8, 2. What's going to be your next lucky number? Let's hope you hit your number 7. 8, you spin again. 8 does not want to leave you today.
I know.
You got number 5. Interesting. We know during this pandemic, I know you started your company in the middle of the pandemic.
Yes.
What are some of the learnings that you've acquired running your business during a pandemic that will help you even moving forward building your business?
I would say resilience, because as a company that mostly rely on shipping and importing products, it has been quite a journey for you to, because the prices are always fluctuating, and it's so hard to get also the products by themselves, because these companies also were hit by the pandemic. And resilience. My one word would be resilience, and also dreaming big. I've noticed that most of the time when we start things and they're small, you tend to be like, okay, it's small, let me just keep it, let me just babysit it, but you don't have those big dreams of where you want to be. But seeing that these brands that are very big are trusting me with their products, because some of the brands that I work with was their first time to come in Rwanda. So they're like, oh, we actually want you to come to Rwanda. It's been a moment. So we want you to be our ambassador and all this. So seeing people like this trust you with your products was very encouraging. So dreaming big and not being afraid to actually try new things out. If it doesn't work, and not be afraid of failure, because I've tried a couple of things that failed and they pathetically failed. But the good thing is that out of these things, you actually know, okay, this doesn't work. It's not the right country. It's not the right population to work this. And also putting research in the things we do. Most of the time, we start things because we are intuitive and we're like, this is the best idea that the world has ever known. But at the end of the day, it's not the right market. It's not the right people. So doing your research, and before introducing something to the bigger market, doing your research, and also, yeah, I believe those are my words. Like, yeah, those are the ones that have made me really work through the pandemic. And yeah, because we are not out of the pandemic, so I guess my business is still a pandemic business.
Yeah, I like the last part of doing your research. I know there was a lot of learnings during this pandemic. The pandemic has taught us a lot, and especially for businesses that are trying either to pivot and test new products in the market or expand to new territory. Doing your research, doing your homework, it's very, very important to help you move to the next curve, to help you move to the next level. My follow-up question is, how does it feel to be an entrepreneur?
Okay, how does it feel? It feels like a lot of sleepless night. Before I started the business, I did a lot of sleepless nights because I had to make sure that the things I was bringing on the table the market was adequate and there was a need. So quite some research, knowing the numbers and all these things. And also, it feels like having control. And my sisters always tell me that I'm a control freak. So I like having control of things. So now I know that I have something that if it's not going well, I have to question myself. I have to question the abilities that I'm working with my team, you know. And if it's working, I know where I put my power, so this is working for us. So having control, but also it feels good. Being young and having something of your own, and also being in a country that can actually encourage a young person like me, a girl, to actually have those kind of privileges. It's great.
Wonderful. Let's spin the wheel for another round of questions. We go 285, your next lucky number.
Let me see.
10.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Interesting. Karen got number 10. Can you tell me what are the challenges that you are currently facing in your business and how are you solving them?
The biggest challenge right now is actually shipment, because of COVID and all the issues with the borders and everything, we've had maybe like double of the money that we used to use in shipment. And yeah, that has hit us as a small business quite hard. But also I feel like also the problem of packaging. That is a thing actually with most entrepreneurs. We always say that there is a problem of packaging in Rwanda. So you have the ideas, you have the boxes ideas, you have the creativity, but bringing it to life becomes a problem because of the lack of material, the lack of the people with the knowledge, or the people with the knowledge are a little bit way expensive to small businesses like us. So I guess those two have been the greatest problem. Also the problem with the pandemic was that the places that we used to, our suppliers, now are being hit by the pandemic. So it's hard for you to get the proportion of the things you used to get or on the same prices, so the prices have went high. And the first way we actually tried to resolve that problem of the suppliers issue, the very first problem we had was actually acquiring things that can melt. So when they would be shipped, and when they get to Kigali, they will be a little bit melty, and the texture will be a little bit faulty. So now we try to get companies from Rwanda that does those products. The first one was soap and body creams. So those ones actually we are acquiring them from Rwandan brands. Then the second one for the shipment, there is literally nothing you can do about that, but we were trying to ravage the local market of Rwanda. Yeah. So working with local artisans, working with local brands, and the good thing is that now in Rwanda we are developing quite some big brands that does skincare. So collaborating with them and sourcing our products locally has actually been one of our targets. But as I said when we started, that the market of skincare in Rwanda is still quite small and not enough products are in. So you still have somehow to ship some of the primary products that we use in our boxes.
Interesting. I like the fact that you've identified some of the problems that you've been going through, and then you also have some solutions to tackle them. I'd like to know, what is the long-term plan of the company?
I believe I want actually Ewa to be one of the leading self-care boxes in Africa, because there is still a big need for that type of companies that actually collaborate with different African brands. Not only in Africa, the market is in Africa and outside of Africa, because I have maybe a 20% of my market outside Rwanda and outside Africa who are like, okay, these are African products that we love, that come packaged in an amazing way. So this is a very good gift for Christmas, for Easter, for Valentine. So this is a market that is not only in Rwanda. So we have, it's a market that is still to grow. And also self-care is an industry by itself that is growing. So I see Ewa becoming one of the leading in self-care as we collaborate with more brands and become one of the leading brand.
I like the part of collaboration,
Yeah.
Because these days collaboration is very, very key to see brands move from one stage to another. Collaboration is very, very important. It's great that you've been able already to identify that. I would like to understand about, it's like a personal question.
Yes.
What pushes you every day to go to work and do the work that you do?
Oh, so I would say money, but I don't want to sound like that.
It's okay. It's okay.
But being honest, I feel like the thing that motivates me most of the time is actually knowing that I'm contributing something to the world. Knowing that I'm not just a taker, but I'm also a giver to the world. And having the privilege of being where I am and what I have, I feel like every single day when I wake up and contribute to the advancement of my country, of my people, I'm doing something. I'm in the bigger picture, and I'm doing something important for the world. So every single day when I wake up, I want to do something important for the community. You know, it's not about me. It's not only about me. It's that when I move forward, there are other people who are behind me who are moving forward, and that is my sole purpose in life, to actually move when other people, I'm laying stones for other people for them to get where I am. So, yeah.
That's great, and I like the fact that your desire is to uplift other people and be able to be like a bridge to help them move to the next level. And there is nothing wrong really to also be motivated by money, because to be able to do all that, you need some financial resources. And I know sometimes there is a bias about the love of money. There is nothing wrong about loving money, because to be able to achieve the dreams, to be able to help others, you need to be able to have the finances, you need to be able to have money, and to be able to make money, you need to love money anyway. So I would like to understand, my follow-up question will be, who inspired you to venture into the business world?
My dad. So the funny story, my dad is an entrepreneur. He's a businessman, and he's been doing that for like the last 30 years of his life.
Interesting.
And I've seen him growing up. As I said, I grew up in a family that I'm the last born. So my sisters and brothers are way older than me, 11 years older than me. So I was quite the person who was always behind, you know, but I could see what others were doing. So my dad always told me, yes, you're a girl, but you have to have your money. You're a girl, you have to have your money. And that mentality of you have to have something of yourself, even if you're a girl, even if you're in a world that tells you different things about being a woman and everything, you have to be hardworking. So, and I guess seeing my dad every day waking up and hustling also made me feel like I have to hustle for the things that I want. So, yeah, I believe it's my father. I believe it's my father, and also my sister, looking at her hustle also for her money and pushing herself up in life. So it has always, I feel like my family has always been that inspiration that made me become who I am.
Interesting. Shout out to your father.
Yes.
I would like to understand your perspective and maybe what advice can you share with young girls watching now. And I know we've been discussing before the show how you're planning to venture into other businesses, which means you're passionate about entrepreneurship, you're a serial entrepreneur. Nothing will stop you when you have creative ideas.
Yes.
For a young girl trying to find herself, confused about life, what advice would you tell her?
The advice I always give to girls is do it scared. Literally. Because when I think about myself and I think about where I was maybe 2 years ago, I was scared, I didn't know what to do, but I had dreams, as you're saying. So basically for me, it's doing it scared. You're scared, but still do it. You feel afraid, you feel like you don't know where you're going, but do it. Put that creative idea to life. And also the other thing is save your money. I feel like that's something we've not been taught enough as generally people, but also girls. Save your money. Remove that 10% every month. Save it, because when you want to start that business, you don't want to ask anyone for money or go for loans. You need to save that money so that when you have that creative idea, you're not stopped by the fact that you don't have money, but you have something small at least that you can start with, So save your money and do it scared.
Okay. Very, very simple and straight to the point. Do it scared and save your money. Saving is very, very important. One of the advice I always tell my friends or either existing entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs, if you want to start a business, take some time to prepare. Don't just rush to start, because my friend started their venture or not, but take your time to prepare. And you don't need a lot of capital to start. Take time to save and do your little savings and put some coins aside. It will require some sacrifice, I know, so that you can start your venture. There is nothing more fulfilling, rewarding, that brings happiness when you do the first step into going after your dreams and going after your passion. And when you are passionate about what you do, nothing will stop you. Will just go and conquer. Although there are challenges down the road, but you will feel this is my call, this is the thing that I want to do. I prepared myself enough for this. Let me wrap up this conversation, Kitumaini, with my last question. If you could wake up in 20, 40 or 50, what headline would you like to see in the news about our boxes?
Wow. Maybe, I guess, robots delivering boxes around the world. I don't know. I feel like 2040 is very illusional, and I can see a lot of robots. But I think for me, I would want to see Ewa maybe being the first self-care brand in Africa, and being maybe named in the Forbes or something.
Interesting.
Under influential 30 people, the richest. I would like that.
Wow, that's beautiful. I like the vision, and
yes.
Thanks a lot for
Thank
making to
you,
the
Jay.
show. I know we are coming to the end. I wish I could keep you longer, but we will have more conversation later.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
The conversation continue on social media using the hashtag 60xbusiness. Till next time, be safe, wash your hands, wear your mask. My name is Kitumaini, and you are watching KC2.